This video got 3.2 million views in the first 500 days. This one, just 60,000. But here's the twist. Only one of them made serious money, and it's not the one that you'd expect. Over the next few minutes, I'll break down the views, revenue, production time, retention, all of it. But this isn't just a comparison, it's a business first teardown of what actually drives income on YouTube when you're here to build revenue, not rack up followers. 500 days worth of data, 2 very different videos, 1 clear winner, and a lesson. It's not about luck, it's about designing content that earns, starting with a viral video first. This video exploded. On day 1, it got 492,000 views. Within 5 days, it had crossed 1 million, and by the 500 day mark, 3.2 million views. The video's initial metrics were solid, with an average retention rate of 65% and click-through rate of well over 20%. After 43 million impressions, those numbers have dropped, but as you can see, they're still pretty strong. Now, you'd think this felt like a win, but the actual return on investment might surprise you, especially when you look at the second video in a moment. This was a production heavy video. Research, scripting, sourcing clips, fact checking and editing made it all quite an effort that easily took 30 hours. The video itself was designed to inform and entertain the audience, and that's the first problem, because here's what the back-end data looked like. 3.2 million views, 248,000 watch time hours, 6,000 new subscribers, and an RPM of just $4.31 on average. Now, for those unaware, RPM is the revenue per 1,000 views that I actually received. This means that the total revenue was $13,632.35. Not that exciting. But here's the real problem. None of that revenue was intentional. There was no offer, no aligned product, no leads, sales, or strategic outcome. I added an affiliate link after the fact, but it was loosely relevant at best, and it didn't convert. This is because the video was built for reach, not revenue. Yes, the video keeps performing and it still generates views to this day, but it doesn't bring in customers. As you can see from the video analytics, 69.7% of the views came from browse and 24.5% came from the suggested feed. Combined with the positioning, this tells me that largely they were entertainment views, meaning they provided nice looking numbers on the analytics screen, but that's it really. This is the first hard truth I want to drive home. Attention doesn't equal income, especially if you're not building for alignment, as you're about to see. Remember, this next video got 98% less views. Now, don't assume that makes it a dud, because what you're about to see might just change how you view YouTube. If you're interested in growing a business, not just chasing views, this is the kind of insight I break down in every video, so hit subscribe if you haven't already. Now, let's talk about the next video. It wasn't flashy, it didn't trend, it didn't explode out of the gate. On day 1, it only got 2,700 views. The video performed well, with around 60% of the video being watched on average. The click-through rate was a lot lower at 12% on this one, as it targeted a niche audience. It was a quiet, simple video that did exactly what it was designed to do, as the numbers prove in a second. Compared to the last one, this was a very low effort video. A talking head recording complemented with screen sharing, examples, and I didn't have to research anything either because it was built from stuff that I already knew. It was a really simple process involving a software product. The editing was outsourced with some simple instructions, and I'd say compared to the viral one, it was at least 90% easier to make. The whole thing took maybe 1 afternoon to plan from start to finish. But here's the kicker. It was never designed to go viral. It was designed to solve a problem using a software product that was actually helpful. The video documented a side hustle that helps low-income viewers to make money from their mobile phone. Now, the viewer's problem naturally connected with the software tool that was recommended in the video. I was even using it in the examples, and that matters because when you actually use the tools that you recommend, your audience can feel the difference. It's not just content, it's proof that it works. The video structure was simple. Teach the strategy, showcase the software, and then link to the product. Track the clicks that are used via custom tracking software through the company's affiliate system, so every click and conversion was attributed directly to this video. There was no hard sell in it. just useful content, solving a problem with a natural next step included. Now, one of the key differences here is the video's traffic sources. 60.3% of all views for this video came from YouTube search. This means two things. The video reach would be significantly lower, first of all, and the video's viewers were not just browsing, they were searching for solutions to their problem. They had some level of buyer intent already, and this is everything when you're trying to convert video content into revenue. This is what I call a search, solve and suggest video. The goal is to attract higher intent viewers that are willing to pay, solve a clear problem, and then suggest a solution you're already using. It's simple, and when the offer's aligned, it becomes a reliable revenue play. Now, the AdSense RPM was $11.50 on this one, nearly tripled the previous video. Now, the views, just over 61,000 in that 500-day period, just 2% of the viral video. The total AdSense revenue was not that impressive on its own, about $706. But hang on, that's not the full picture, not even close. This one had something the viral video didn't. Leverage, and leverage is what separates content creators from content operators. The video was built to convert. It was perfectly aligned, evergreen, and solved the problem. It also opened the door to repeat sponsorship deals. Why? Because of the results that I gained. So before we reveal which one made more money, let's look at them side by side. Effort, intent, and outcomes. The same channel, same creator, same 500-day range, but with radically different results. First, the obvious. First video got 3.2 million views, and video 2 got 61,000 views. But here's where it gets interesting. Looking at the views, the viral video pulled 94.2% of its views from YouTube Browse, mostly casual viewers. And the product focus video, 60.3% came from YouTube search, people actively looking for answers. Already, we're dealing with two different types of viewers. Now, looking at the production time, the viral video took over 30 hours to make, plus an editing cost. Scripting, voiceover, sourcing clips, editing, and polishing. The niche video, less than 5 hours. A simple setup, screen share, no overthinking, and then there's the offer alignment. The viral video, no offer, nothing to sell. Strategic video, perfectly aligned with software solution. The content, the product, the call to action were all in sync. AdSense alone told an early story because YouTube knows the difference in value here too. The viral video's RPM was $4.31 and the niche video's RPM was $11.50, way more per viewer. But still, we're not there yet because now comes the real reveal. The total revenue for video 1 was $13,632.35. All AdSense. Video 2 was $706.74 from AdSense and $9,500 from the software company. That revenue came through a hybrid deal, a mix of affiliate earnings and a flat rate fee. Now, I need to keep the exact terms private here, but let's just say I think the sponsor underestimated how effective this video would actually be, and it gave me more leverage in the future for negotiations. So in total, it generated $10,206 from just 2% of the views, and it only took around 16% of the time. But there's more. This doesn't even account for repeat sponsorships, brand exposure, long tail customer value, or what the software business really banked from this video. I think it's fair to say that the revenue from the sales from this video was more like $20,000. Now, let's zoom in. The actual effective RPM for each of these videos was as follows. Video 1, $4.31 per 1,000 views. Video 2 was $166.20 per 1,000 views. That's a 36 times difference in earnings per view. So which video made more money? It wasn't the one that went viral. It was the one designed for leverage, and that's the difference between content strategy and the business system. Most creators chase scale, operators design outcomes. Now, imagine a channel full of quietly compounding videos just like this, and it can be built a lot faster than you actually realize, as I prove in this next video where I set myself a 30-day challenge.